Top order collapse leaves Glamorgan facing defeat. Shane Snater ran through the Glamorgan middle order to pick up 6 for 39 and help skittle the hosts for 134 before Nick Brown hit a 50 in an important partnership with England's Dan Lawrence to give Essex the reins in Cardiff. The hosts started the day in need of wickets, and fast. But it was the visitors who were still on top, 3 figures on the board early in the session. But that's where the partnership would be brought to an end. Lawrence out for 34, going at Salter and caught at mid-off. It did little to derail Essex though. Brown now joined by Pepper, and it wouldn't take them long to move past Glamorgan's first innings total and turn their attention into building a lead. The visitors were in control, Brown building on his half-century and looking towards 3 figures, Pepper playing catch-up and batting his way into the 40s before lunch. Both men reached the personal milestones before the break. Pepper the first to get there, his 50 scored off 75 balls, featuring 9 fours and 1 6. And Brown followed shortly after. An impressive 100 from the Essex opener picked up off 219 deliveries, and it took the value of the 4th wicket stand to 100 runs as well. But with lunch looming, Glamorgan hit back. Brown out, caught by Douthwaite off the bowling of Rheingold, before Douthwaite turned wicket-taker. Rymel out LBW for a golden duck, not the start to his first-class career he'd been looking for. That left Essex on 215 for 5 at lunch, a little shaken, but their lead now a healthy 81. Glamorgan's momentum continued after the break, another for Rheingold, acrobatically diving to take the return catch off Pepper. Harmer followed soon after, strangled down the leg side for 2. Shane Snater looked in the mood from the moment he strode out to the middle and decided to take on the Glamorgan bowlers, and he found success. He and Wheater were carting it to all parts and soon had the score up to 300, their partnership worth more than 50 and showing no signs of slowing. With 312 on the board, Lucas Carey sent Wheater back to the hutch, the number 6 chopping on for 36. Sam Cook couldn't add to the score, trapped in front by Carey for 0. But all eyes were on Snater. With just 1 wicket left, could he pick up his 50? No. He'd fall 2 runs short, out to Salter, caught by Van der Hoogten, and Essex all out for 320. The lead 186, 152 more than Glamorgan had managed in their first innings. That dominant position was largely down to Brown and Pepper, who had put on quite a magnificent stand of 108 higher up the order, but credit too to Wheater and Snater, 79 added for the 8th wicket. Glamorgan had a long road ahead, and they got off to a spluttering start. Hamish Rutherford out for 0, just 2 balls into the innings, LBW to Porter. Lloyd too went without scoring, out LBW to Cook. Glamorgan in all sorts of trouble, and they were yet to breach double figures when Rheingold joined them back in the hutch, Snater's arm deadly with 1 stump to aim at. The innings was in its infancy, but any hopes of a home result surely went up in smoke when Root had to go, the number 4 LBW for 4. Carlson followed in quick succession, bowled by Cook for 8, and then Douthwaite made it 6, a 2-day game in the offing now. Chris Cook and Andrew Salter held firm in the dying light, the score past 50, and some pride to play for at the very least. And they'd be safe in the knowledge that they'd at least make it through to a 3rd day of play. 115 needed to make Essex bat for the win when play was brought to a close under gloomy South Wales skies. They'd avoided the ignominy of a 2-day defeat, but just how long could they survive when they returned on day 3?